The probe panel set up by the Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, to investigate the SY head of the Police Intelligence Response Team (IRT), DCP Abba Kyari, over his links with Syria internet fraudster Rahman Abbas, aka Hush Puppy, submitted a compromise report. Sahara Reporters has gathered. Sahara Reporters learned that the panel found Kyari guilty of some infractions after its investigations, but recommended that Kyari should be demoted and not dismissed. Really? Top sources in the Nigeria police force told Sahara Reporters on Friday that the plot by the police authorities to hand Kyari a demotion was to frustrate his much anticipated extradition to the United States. Sahara Reporters had on Thursday reported that the probe panel set up by the IGP after 3 weeks of dilly-dallying turned in its reports on the alleged indictment of Kyari by the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI). Competent sources, however, revealed that what the panel recommended to the IGP was a demotion. The report, which would form the basis of what the Police Service Commission would act upon. The police report on Abba Kyari only recommends demotion to a lower rank. They figure that he could be extradited if dismissed. Kyari's real enemies are at the Police Service Commission, and what they want is an outright dismissal, but they have to defer to IGP. The IGP is no doubt Kyari's godfather, so we are waiting to see what he would approve, its source revealed. So now Kyari now has the enemies, but he was committed. According to them, he committed some things which they don't want to tell us. But because the enemies made him to commit all of those things, now they are saying that the enemies is he not supposed to be judged, or is he not supposed to be punished according to what the offense he committed? So how has enemies come into this? The police panel report was submitted by the chairman of the ICP DIG Joseph Egbenuke at the force headquarters Abuja on Thursday, 26 August 2021. CP Frank Mba, the force public relations officer, stated Joseph had noted that the report presented contained the case file of the probe evidence and findings, as well as testimonies from Kyari and other persons and groups linked to the matter. Mba had said the IGP assured that a careful and expeditious review of the recommendations would be undertaken by the force management team and therefore forwarded to appropriate quarters for necessary actions. He reiterated, as always, the commitment of the force to justice for all. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, a criminal complaint initiated the prosecution of Hush Puppy in February, as court documents ordered unsealed showed that Abbas, a 37-year-old Nigerian national, pleaded guilty on April 20th. The United States Attorney's Office, General Central District of California, had issued an arrest warrant against Kyari for his alleged links to the suspected fraudster Ramon Olorunwa Abbas alias Hush Puppy, who is standing trial for various offenses that include internet fraud and money laundering. Hush Puppy has since pleaded guilty to the charges and, if convicted, risks a 20-year jail term, 3-year supervision upon completion of jail term, and monetary restriction to the tune of $500,000 or more. The court's documents also outlined a dispute among members of the Hush Puppy conspiracy, which allegedly promoted him to arrange to have an individual identified as co-conspirators Kelly Chibuzo Vincent jailed in Nigeria by DCP Kyari. According to the affidavit, Kyari is a highly decorated deputy commissioner of the Nigerian police force who is alleged to have arranged for Vincent to be arrested and jailed at Abbas' behest, and then sent Abbas photographs of Vincent after his arrest. Kyari also allegedly sent Abbas bank account details for an account into which Abbas could deposit payment for Vincent's arrest and imprisonment. So all this story now is to make sure that this man is not extradited. In as much as he committed that offense, You see how their life is. All of them, oh, somebody was telling me that, oh, these northerners, they are not the kind of people that we need to live with. I don't understand. And in the generally from the world perspective, they see Nigerians as cooks, as criminals. To me, whether the northerners are the kind of people to live with, oh, all the politicians are the same across board. Oh, which one is better among them? See, people are crying about the PIB that was passed, and are you going to blame some people for that, or for some ethnic groups for that? What about the other ones who were supposed to have done the needful? And we began to hear that some people collected money, they didn't collect money, and up till now, nothing has happened. Even the Senate that was accused of committing or taking bribes, they have not even debunked it. They've not said anything, and they would just want everything to be swept under the carpet unless somebody is going to bring it up. Even somebody brings it up, and at the end of the day, it is true. What are they going to do? They will use mago to scatter the whole thing. All the politicians, honestly, across board we have good people. Across board we have bad people. And those bad people, they don't talk about a religion. They don't talk about their ethnicity. They don't talk about where they come from. Because they have one thing in common. And they will tell you it's permanent interest. It is interest that matters to them. So, of course, we know that some people have some kind of mindset, but when you look at the whole thing generally, to be objective, you begin to see that the bad people amongst even the people that you think they are even crying, those who think they are marginalized, we have bad people that are even aiding all those bad things happening that has caused marginalization, or that has brought marginalization to their region. We have bad people that are aiding all this and are baiting all this nonsense. It's unfortunate. See how they are going to treat this whole matter. For these guys to have even looked into Abba Kyari's case, they had already seen the evidence that the FBI brought. And a lot of people were like, do you think FBI will just release all the information? Now they are telling us, just like the way it happened with Babeche Lawa, the former SGF, SGF to the country now. They just do it mago. The man was guilty of the offense he was accused of. But what did they do? They relieved him. They sacked him. You just sacked him. But they didn't tell us. Because if he had not done anything, why would you sack him? Because you have done your investigation. The vice president was even the chairman of that panel. Why was he sacked if he did not commit the offense and nothing? They just left it like that. These people are something else. So these politicians in Nigeria, they are something else. They are something else. Very, very unfortunate set of people. I stand with Senior Intelligence Officer DCP Abba Kyari. Yeah, you will stand with her now, even with all this nonsense. Since he's been proven guilty, let me just grace FBI headquarters with his presence. We wish him safe trip in advance. FBI trying to understand the IGP investigation panel reports on Kyari and Hush Puppy's fraud. But how can demotion prevent him from extradition? Do you mean all the FBI wanted is for him to be demoted? Come on, let's know what will happen. Soft landing as expected. Demotion and prevent extradition. Does that mean is half guilty? When people in the know come out to say government is complicit in all the atrocities in the land, they run to gag media houses. Sure, they are very scared what the roll cops knows, so it doesn't sing. We wait till the full recommendations are out. By God's grace, IPOP ESN for 1 year Southerners will be shamed because Kyari will be wins. Can you see this, Amajiri? He must be extradited, or he should go and answer for himself over there. Stop covering criminals and terrorists. Crime is crime.